Okay, hi everybody. In some of my previous videos I've been talking about this Mr. Filter or Mr. Funnel portable filter. Dirty fuel in, pure fuel out. Supposedly it will not allow water to pass through the screens. I haven't actually poured water in it, but I've filled my jet skis many times with this unit. And in the very bottom, you can't get out the very last bit of fuel, like about a finger level of fuel. You can if you rock the Mr. Funnel back and forth so that the fuel will hit the screens and go down through the funnel. But I always take the last little bit and pour it into a container and let it evaporate. Not very much is left, just a few ounces. And I've never had any water in the fuel yet anyways. And so today, what I'm going to do with this Mr. Funnel is actually I'm going to pour some water in. But I just want to show you first the screen mechanism. This funnel is about 8.5 inches wide and about 10.5 inches long. So from the tip of here to here, about 10.5 inches. The width across here is about 8.5 inches. I think this is the ideal size. I really like this size. I can tie it off as I've shown in previous videos. I use this twine-like and wrap it around the handlebars. Anyways, it's a good size. Now, here's a regular screen funnel that I used to use, and I thought, hey, I've really got something here. But now look at the screen. You could probably put a pin through it, a pin head. I don't know how well this will come out for you, so I'll tilt it around a little bit. And because on my iPhone that I use for a camera, I've got it on the light on right now, so you might get a reflection. So there's the screen on a typical funnel, which is I think is a great idea. Now look at the screen on this Mr. Funnel. Well, we'll take a shot from here. It's so dense, so fine. There's absolutely no way, in my opinion anyways, that any debris is going to get past this screen. And that's the screen, the green part. So I'll put my camera down in there slowly. And like I say, I've got the light on. And you can see how fine it is. You can see through to the other side. I'll put my finger there. Yeah, you can see my finger there. It's very, very fine. There's no way I'd stick a pin in it because I'd actually puncture it. So it's super fine. So there's no way debris is going to get past this screen mechanism. There's just no way. So let's find out. Well, let's read the instructions first. This is what it says. Is I don't know if you can see it that well. I'll read it out to you. Designed for use with diesel, gasoline, heating oil, and kerosene. Additives may allow water to pass through. So maybe if you're using a fuel stabilizer, it doesn't really say, but any additives in the fuel may allow water to pass through this filter. If filter is dropped or shaken, let it rest a few minutes. In other words, let the water settle to the bottom again. Filter is permanent. Do not attempt to remove the filters, those green filters. Do not wipe or clean the filter after use. I believe it's self-cleaning. You just dump out that little bit of residue of fuel that's left in the bottom of the filter. Like I say, I just put it in a tray and let it evaporate. Don't store a fuel filter in a plastic bag or other container. Really not sure what they're saying there. Maybe to do with fumes. Let's go on this side, and it actually gives you a test procedure. Test by adding water to cover the bottom 1/3 of the filter. Water should not pass through. And that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to actually just pour some water in it. So there's the filter. Let's pour some water in and just see what happens. I've never done this. I don't know how much water you might get in your fuel. There's nothing coming out. And let's get up. I'm just at the bottom of the screen. Now, they refer to the very bottom part of this as the sump. So I'm right up to the bottom of the black plastic, maybe even into the screen a little bit. So I'm not sure if they're saying that's where the trap is, but let's go and actually cover some of the screen. I'm definitely covered the screen. And look at that. Look at that. Nothing coming out at all. And well, that's what's left in the water container. And that's how much is in there. It's quite a bit, about up to there on my finger. That's quite a bit of water, and there's nothing coming out. Well, let's put it all in and see what happens. See if we can get a shot there. So I'm up to about here, the bottom of the Mr. Funnel. So there you are. There's lots of water in there. I don't know if you'd ever get that much water in fuel, but you could. And nothing's coming out. Well, let's put some more water in it. So in theory, if I understand this Mr. Funnel correctly, the water cannot pass through the screen, but fuel can. Isn't that interesting? There we are. We got a lot of water in there now. Half of the filter, it's up to here. Okay, there's a lot of water in there. Two of these containers, and there's nothing coming out. So, from what I see in my test, this thing works. So, water can't pass through the screen. Debris certainly can't. There's no way. So, anyways, here's a screen funnel. Let's do a test with that. Just for the fun of it. Why not? See what happens. I can't really hold it that well, but we'll just do something like this. I really need an extra arm. And there you are. All the water passed through. And there's our Mr. Funnel. So, in my opinion, I mean, I could go out and pour some gasoline in it, but the gas will pass through it because I use it all the time. The water will not pass through this Mr. Funnel. So their claim is true. It's made by Flow Tool, Hopkins Manufacturing Corporation, www.hopkinsmfg.com. And I'm sorry, I can't really... Kansas, I guess. So, it comes out of Kansas. So, it works. Anyways, that's today's tip from Rod and in Thailand. Hope that helps.